Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell so you can see when my videos are coming out. Now, when I was a kid, I always wanted to read people's minds. I used to watch X-Men a lot, and I used to love Wolverine. I always wanted them knives to cut up my hands and and I liked Xavier because Xavier used to read minds. I wanted to read people's minds. I usually get on people's nerves because I'm always saying, "What you thinking about? I see your face. What are you thinking?" Until social media came out. You're scrolling on social media, it's like, oh man, oh, I don't want to hear all these thoughts. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Man, I'm just over it. Rasheed Wallace was on a podcast talking about this new generation. Now, granted, he was asked these questions and he answered them the best way he knew how. I'm gonna play this quick video, then I'll make my response after the video.
Beast or soft? Steph Curry. And we talking about from your era. We not talking about from this era. Would the game change? We talk about if they was playing in your era, would they be?
Soft.
Okay.
If you talking my era, soft.
James Harden.
My era, soft.
Hold on for 1 second, y'all. LeBron James.
In my era, he probably would have done good because with his physical stature, with him being a little bit bigger than a majority of the rest. So he probably would have held his own, but I don't think he would have been as successful as he is now. Like now is, man, you know what I mean? Like he doing it, young boy doing it. You know what I mean? So, but it was a whole different era back then, bro.
So, beast or soft?
I just told you.
Beast then.
You know, I think he would have held his own. I can't necessarily say he would have been a beast, but I think he would have held his own.
Ray Allen.
Well, Ray played during that era.
Oh my God!
I just wanted to know personally.
He's in his era. Was Ray Allen a beast or was he soft?
No. Ray Allen was a monster, dog. Ray Allen was a sharpshooter.
Like
Kevin Durant.
And in that era, I don't think he would have had too much success. Now he's a monster. In this era, he's a monster, dog.
So you don't think Kevin Durant would have been a beast?
Well, because you got to look at it. Back then, you had a lot more posting. The game was inside out. Now,
Rasheed Wallace reminds me of the old dude in the club, still trying to stay relevant, trying to rock those skinny jeans.
Hey, you the only grown 40-year-old man who wears skinny jeans, Kevin.
Hey, Chuck. Making it look good, Chuck. Making it look good.
Now, I think Rasheed Wallace is a little bitter, jealous of LeBron. And I understand because there's a lot of people in the 80s that was jealous of Michael Jordan in the 90s because things have changed. Change is good. I remember Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all of them like, oh no, you couldn't do that in my league. We're always talking about eras. It just has to stop. The conversation has to stop. Now, the players that he referenced, how is Ray Allen tougher than Kevin Durant? He said, which that's his era. Ray Allen, which was a shooting guard, a 2 for all the people who know basketball, where you stay outside on the wing. Kevin Durant was a 3. He was a 3 and a 4. And he was 7 foot. So you mean to tell me he wouldn't work in the 90s when it was inside out? So imagine if he got drafted to the Spurs and he passed the ball down, because you just said it's inside out. He passed it down to David Robinson David Robinson's having a good game. They're doubling him. Then they pop it out to him. He's going to make the three. And he could get to his spots. What are you talking about? He would definitely have success. He had success on you. They played the Pistons 4 times, Kevin Durant. And he scored 22 points a game on you when he was 19, 20. You scored 11. Rasheed Wallace is just, I have to check. I hope he didn't get to the Hall of Fame, because if he did not deserve it. I don't know. He's just another low price, low cost Robert Horry. Robert Horry basically in the right place at the right time. Big shot ball. But he never ran a team. But he got 10 rings, 10 rings. And then you say Steph Curry, James Harden wouldn't make it. That's blasphemy.
Oh my God!
Doesn't make sense, because Steph Curry is the best shooter ever. What do you mean he's not going to make it when he can shoot from 40? Are you serious? You know, when people start shooting 3-pointers, it opened up the floor. Doesn't make sense. You're saying inside and out. And then he said something like this: if someone's doing all that dribbling, he'll just foul them. Okay, great. If you're a star, that's even better. Because if you're in the playoffs, foul me, because you're going to be out the game and they're going to have to put your replacement in, and that replacement is not that good. So that just works for Harden's favor in all those shooters, because they shoot 90% from the free throw line. Doesn't make sense. And you're not going to foul them in crunch time. So Rasheed Wallace is talking crazy. Sometimes you can't listen to certain people just because of what they do in their career, because they don't know everything. They're just one-track minded. Back in my day, we used to do it like this, but these people don't even know how to use a computer. And LeBron James, come on. Now, I am LeBron's number one hater. From 2012 to 2016, I was number one. I lost that title to Skip Bayless, but whatever. But LeBron James was destroying people since he was a kid. He would play with grown men. And people don't talk about this, and Michael Jordan don't want this out, but when Michael Jordan was playing, he was making a comeback to play basketball for the Wizards. And how he prepares is he'll get a bunch of people, bunch of stars to come fly. He'll fly them in, and they come play pickup ball. So this one particular time, they were in Chicago, and young LeBron James come. They didn't know who he was. He was young. Maybe LeBron will tell this story. Well, Michael Jordan was doing his dominance, killing people. Him and Antoine Walker was going back and forth. Antoine Walker was like, "You're old now," and they were just scoring on each other. And Michael Jordan hit the game winner in his pickup game and was talking trash. But one thing I heard, and you can Google this, you can run our test talk about it, because he was there. And he tried to watch LeBron. Everybody tried to watch LeBron, and LeBron was just getting buckets on these old players that he's talking about. Fast forward, his first year. His first game, he scored 22 points on the Sacramento Kings. And the Sacramento Kings was a dominant force. They were supposed to be the champions if it wasn't for the Lakers. He destroyed them. First year, he averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in his teens. So you got to put respect on his name. 4 years later, he gets to the finals with a team of no-name players. And not to mention, he destroyed the Detroit Pistons dynasty. Maybe that's why you're upset. And Detroit Pistons was a team built like the 1990s. You had really no stars. You just had a bunch of role players that can play, that were really averaged out. And you had Larry Brown coaching. And he destroyed your dynasty. Y'all won the championship against the Lakers, and then y'all lost against the Spurs, I think. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or not. then you guys was a really good team, but you couldn't beat Cleveland with that one player. In one game, he scored 48 points on y'all. He destroyed your dynasty. So this sounds like this might be a little bit of hatred towards him. You're like, man, I wish I could do that, man.
I wish I could be this guy. You know, if he was in my era, he wouldn't have made it. But if I was in his era, I would be scoring 50.
That's a lie. It's a lie, man. You were a decent player from North Carolina, and you know you really underachieved. You asked me. A lot of people from North Carolina underachieved since then. But anyway, tell me what you think about this video. Leave a comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.